Okay, so before I actually went to university, I ended up talking to over a dozen upper year university students about the major mistakes that they made in their first year. And now, having completed my first year as well, I can comfortably say that these are the 10 most common mistakes students make in their first year. Starting off with mistake number one. No one's coming to check up on you. I remember back when we were at school, like a teacher would always be after us, like whether that be for attendance, for our grades, for like, it could be literally anything, right? But a teacher was always after us for something. When it comes to university, no one is after you. You can miss a month worth of lectures, and literally not a single soul would care about that. And every single upper year student that I talked to said the exact same thing, which is like it feels like it's freedom at first, but then it catches up to you very quickly because obviously you get so much freedom, no one's asking you anything. You're like, oh, this is sick. I could do whatever I want. But if you decide to go down that path, you're going to find out pretty quickly. Every mistake on this list comes from that one fact, which is that the entire structure that you used to have back when you were doing A levels, back when you were doing GCSEs, is gone. Because now it's all up to you, it's all up to how responsible and how efficiently you can manage your time. And basically, no one's going to be looking after you anymore. Mistake number two is that your first month decides your entire semester. I kind of fell into this trap at uni where basically I was studying, we were doing integration, so Calc 2, I'm pretty sure, and I was like, they're teaching integration from the start, so I've already like integration by parts and all of that stuff, and I've already learned that. So I'm gonna go to the lectures but not pay as much attention. And boy, did that compound, like everything from there onwards, whether that was sequences and series, proofs of sequences and series, whatever it was, stemmed from integration itself. And I think it is so important that the first couple of lectures they basically set your base for the entire course. You're gonna get to December when you have your finals, and then you're gonna regret not studying in September. So stay on top of your work from day one itself, so that when you go back to December and you have your finals, you don't really stress about it too much. Mistake number three is not using practice questions. So whether you're rereading, highlighting, note taking, all of that is fine. I mean, it is a bit inefficient, but if you're not doing past papers or any type of practice questions to study for your exams, I'm sorry, but there's a very low chance of you getting a good grade. Uni, I would go as far as to say even more than A levels and GCSEs. Past papers or practice questions in general matter way more at uni. Because the thing is, uni compounds so much information within the span of one semester, which is 4 months, maybe even a bit less. And you have to study everything. And the thing is, they don't provide you much information or much like things to study. So you're completely reliant on finding your own practice questions and solving as many as you can. Everyone who I saw got good grades in my first year was mainly doing practice questions, and anything other than that is not going to help you. The rule is, if it feels comfortable, it's probably not the most efficient. So please, if you're going to uni, start doing practice questions. They're going to save you. Mistake number four is not utilizing office hours. I think office hours are one of the most underrated things that you could go to in uni, because think of it like this: you have 1 to 2 hours per week where you can just go and talk to your professor. Every single professor will have an office hour, and you can talk to them, whether it's if you want to ask a question about the course, if you want to network with them in general. There was an instance where in my first semester I barely networked or barely went to office hours or talked to any of my professors. But from my second semester onwards, I tried building a relationship with most of my professors, and it gave me such a big ROI. So one of the exams I didn't do as well as I wanted to, and I really, really wanted like a certain grade. I just went to my professor's office hours because I have been building my relationship with him since the start of the semester, and this was towards the end. And I just asked him, Professor, is it possible for you to bump me up a bit? And he did. And I think if I didn't have that relationship with him, he wouldn't have done that. So utilize office hours. You might even end up getting internship and job opportunities just by talking to your professor. It is so important, especially in the upper years. So I would highly recommend utilize your office hours to the max. Mistake number five is rushing into friendships. And I told the story a while ago on my Instagram, which you can check out in the description below. But basically, I had a friend, and we have something called a frosh week. A frosh week is like the first week of university where they're basically partying, networking, and all that, like meeting new people, especially for first years. One of my friends, I didn't go to it personally, but one of my friends did go to it, and he ended up making a couple of friends. Now, I think he was so scared of not making friends later down the line that he just rushed into a couple of friendships, and that basically he made two friends, And every time I ask him how they're doing, he's like, I wish I never talked to them in the first place, because they're genuinely like annoying him, and he doesn't have the balls to basically say like, I don't want to be your friend anymore. But obviously you're at uni, like you can't be childish like that. But the point I'm trying to make is never rush into a friendship at uni. Friendships take time to build. You don't want to rush something that is probably going to last you a lifetime. So the best way to make friends is talk to the people in your course, join societies or join clubs. Like I'm at one of my clubs at my university, which is a Google Developer Club, and I've met so many friends through that. Or like if you have any common interest, whether that's running, football, we have a run club at my university. Where everyone just runs together at one day of the week. There's so many ways to make people who are compatible with you. So don't just rush into the friendships as soon as you see someone remotely compatible, right? You need to meet, like, not the perfect, but like someone who you can actually vibe with. So don't rush into friendships at all. You're gonna regret it a lot. Mistake number 6 is to build something apart from your degree. So I talked to one of the upper year students, and he told me his mistake, which was basically that he was so focused on academic stuff, where he was just trying to get straight A's, and of course that's gonna help you, but he neglected like building himself, right? He neglected building relationships with the professor. He neglected like building something on his own. Now, when I say build something apart from your degree, I mean build a skill, whether that's public speaking, it could be any skill that you can imagine, any skill that will benefit you in the future. When it comes to university, academics is not everything. You need to build something by yourself as well, whether that's a project. If you're an engineering, let's say electrical or computer science, build something with circuits. If you're a software engineer, build something as a website, or like some impressive stuff. You need to be stacking your resume on top of your grades as well. So if you're going to uni, start delving into different side projects or side hustles by yourself, so that you can actually build skills that will help you in the real world once you graduate. Mistake number 7 is poor time management. And this is a mistake that I 100% made in my first semester, which is I wasn't organized. My life didn't run through a schedule, which is fine sometimes, but when you have classes, when you have different stuff going on, it is very important to have a schedule that allows you to understand where you're supposed to be at what time, what tasks do you have, and all of that stuff, right? Time management, I'm begging you. I'm going to make a video on this in a couple of days as well. Time management is the most essential skill that you can have as a university student. If you can manage your time and distribute it equally, whether that's studying, working, side hustle, whatever it is, if you can make time for everything using a proper schedule, you're ahead of 99% of the people. All I'm saying is learn time management and learn how to stick to it, and it will completely change your life. Mistake number 8 is not protecting your mental and physical health. There's a study that I have in front of me called Limb Endangers 2010, which basically says that sleep loss destroys sustained attention before it touches anything else. So what this means is the all-nighters that you pull or the lack of sleep that you get, the first thing that goes is your focus. And if your focus goes, then obviously you can't pay attention to anything else. It's not your mind, it's not your knowledge, it's not anything like that. Your focus. And your focus is arguably the most important thing at university, because you need it during lectures, you need it while solving questions. So sleep is essential, and it is one of the best ways to protect your mental health. Second thing is people get so overwhelmed with just the academics part or just studying or university in general that they stop doing things that make them happy. So for example, if you enjoy reading books and you think reading books makes you happy, good for you, and make sure that you start reading books when you're at university. If you like running, if you like playing sports, make sure you don't leave whatever it is whatever makes you happy when you go to university, whether that's playing Minecraft, whatever it is, right? And from the physical part of it, there's a study as well. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think it's something like 70% of first year university students end up gaining weight in their first year. So take your physical health very seriously as well. It is so important that you don't become a victim of binge eating and all of that stuff. Go to the gym, go on casual walks, whatever it is, hit 10k steps a day, but please take care of your mental and physical health. Mistake number 9 is skipping lectures. Oh my god, there's a thing at a university which is basically like you skip one lecture or one morning lecture, and that's as if you've skipped every single lecture, because it is genuinely an addiction. You skip one lecture and you're going to be addicted to skipping lectures. It happened to me. Oh my god. Someone told me before I started uni that if you skip one lecture, it's going to become an addiction. I was like, could it really become an addiction? And then I skipped one lecture, and yeah, it does become an addiction quickly. So what I'm telling you, if you want to succeed and you want to go to every single class and make sure that you learn the content, never skip a single class no matter what happens. And God forbid you do skip a class, make sure that you get on track as soon as possible so that you can immediately not skip any other classes. Like, you skip a class and it's over for you. That's all I'm trying to say. Especially those early morning classes. Like, let's say you have a class at 8:30 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. and you start skipping those, it's going to become an addiction so easily, because then you're going to start sleeping late and say, oh, it's an 8:30 a.m. class, I can't be asked waking up. So you're just going to sleep through it, and then you're going to be waking up at 12 p.m, 1 p.m, all of that stuff. So you don't really want that to happen. Mistake number 10 is not joining clubs early. I didn't join any clubs in my first semester, but from my second semester I started getting more into it. And you just meet so many people that are like-minded, so many people. It just gives you a really good opportunity to network and meet people. And I think clubs are an amazing way to just socialize with people at your uni and just enjoy your time at uni. Your degree will teach you theoretical stuff, but whatever clubs you join will help you build, ship, lead, and talk. Let's say you join a business club, or let's say you join a public speaking club. All of that will genuinely help you with skills that uni would not teach you. So I think it is very important that you start joining clubs, actively participating in them, because you're not only are you going to meet a lot of people, but you're also going to learn a lot more things that you would normally not learn at uni, like soft skills basically. So yeah, these are the 10 most common mistakes almost every single student makes when they go to their first year of university. I made around 8 of them. And yeah, I mean, I've just seen so many people make these exact same mistakes. So I really want to warn you guys before you go to university to not repeat them. But if I'm being honest, these all mistakes come under one thing, and that one thing is your structure. When you go to university, it strips away every single structure that you had, your family, your school, your routines, the friends that you had. It takes away everything, and you have to start basic. It's a brand new fresh start, and it can be tough for people who haven't adjusted to it before. So I would say all of these mistakes stem from the fact that you're in a new environment with no structure, and no one's telling you what to do. Because at school, people would always be on your ass about, okay, why haven't you done your homework? Why haven't you done this? Why did you get bad grade? Why aren't your parents like coming to the parents PTM? It stems from different stuff, but when you're at university, no one cares. I promise you, no one will check up on you. So it's all up to you, and you have to build that discipline and time management and that productivity skills before you go to university, so that you don't end up falling into these traps. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I really hope that you took away something and that you won't be making these exact same mistakes that me and a lot of other first year students make. I hope you've learned something from this video, and yeah, take care. You can check out 2 of these videos right over here. This is how to make money as a student, and this one is going to be some random video that you can check out. You can subscribe to the channel down over here, and I'll see you with another video very soon. Take care and goodbye.